Hey there, thanks for tuning in. I am John Dow, the Boston architect, one half of the Architects of Aesthetics, building a better you. You have questions, comments, you can reach us on Twitter and Instagram, AOABBU. We're also on Facebook. You can also go to our website, architectsofaesthetics.com. There you'll find show notes. That'll include anything that I might have forgotten during the recording of this podcast. So I've been on a pretty good tear, 3 in a row doing managing your macros, but I got a workout related question, and I wanted to try the same procedure of talking things through, quick, simple, and easy, not being comprehensive, just being a good introduction for those starting out. I don't know how frequently this will come about, so the more questions I get, the more I'll answer them. Figuring out your fitness, here we go. This question comes from Minichelle, the $93 million girl, my former co-host on my dating and relationships podcast, The Vagina Dialogues. She has a question about full body training versus a split routine. Right now, she's choosing to do full body because it's better for her schedule. Her boyfriend and her trainer are kind of like, hey, don't overdo it. Her thought process is, I only have 2 to 3 days to work out. How much worse is it to do a full body routine since I don't have time to dedicate leg day, arm day, cardio day, etc.? I'm not trying to build a body, I'm just trying to get generally healthy, toned. Is it necessary to isolate one body part per day? Good question. So first, let's talk about full body training versus a split routine. Full body doesn't mean you're trying to do everything at once. When people plan their workouts, they like to split it between upper body and lower body. So upper body would be arms, chest, back, shoulders, that type of thing. Lower body, glutes, legs, calves. Some people like to lump the idea of strength training and cardio together for a full body routine. Others might disagree with that. Split focus training, this is going to be the type of scheduling where you map out certain body parts throughout the week. So you have a chest day, you have a leg day, you have a back day. Again, maybe you lump together chest and back together for an upper body day. Now, instead of talking in terms of overdoing it, let's talk about being efficient. Right now you're looking at the limitation of the days. You're thinking about being efficient of trying to do full bodies each day just because you're not going to be working out 5 times a week. So that's a focus on efficiency on time. But we need to think about efficiency for the body. Let me sidestep real quick. If I'm pursuing 5 girls at once, how efficient can I be to pursue 5 girls at the same time? Player, I am not. It's going to be more cost effective for me to go 1 at a time. And it's kind of the same way with your body. Not saying that you can't do full body workouts each time. But for most people, here's the problem. They might be doing leg stuff, back stuff, chest and shoulder stuff every single time, but they end up half-assing everything. And instead of being more efficient, they're actually being less efficient. Even if you have the same time limitation, for the focus benefit of really getting the most bang for your buck when you're in the gym, go ahead and do just a leg day, just a chest day, just a back day. That doesn't mean that your workout has to be longer. It's just being wary of trying to do too much at once. So again, going back to what you were saying, I don't have time to dedicate a leg day, arm day, cardio day. Focus on the major muscle groups. Arms aren't a major muscle group. They come into play with your back and your chest and shoulders. So do something like leg day, chest and shoulder day, and a back day. You can add cardio on every single one of those days. Even if you're not trying to become a bodybuilder. I know you're not trying to go on stage. I know you don't want to be huge and bulky. Even with the intention of being generally healthy and toned. It's not necessary to split the days and isolate the body parts. It's just being efficient. So long story short, your idea of doing full body workouts, that's the ticket to be efficient. Not necessarily. Now, if you enjoy doing full body workouts, if you can avoid the trappings of being sloppy and not really focusing, then by all means. We don't want to argue that one is better than the other one, because the most important one is what you end up sticking with. And if you love doing full body workouts, cool. But again, If you're trying to do too much at once, you're probably going to be less efficient. I think you might be overthinking how split the split days need to be. It might be helpful to think in terms of your primary lift. So let's say that you're doing full body workouts 3 times a week. But on one day, just try to make sure that you put extra focus and effort on the legs. Day 2, you're doing the exact same routine. Just try to make sure your chest and shoulders is your primary lift. So there's a little bit more time, care, and dedication to that. On the 3rd day, maybe that's more focus for your back. Exact same workout, still a full body workout routine, but you designate a primary lift, and that way you're not half-assing stuff. There's some people who will also champion the idea of split days because it gives you time to recover. And sure, you do need time to rest and recover, but for Minichelle's case, I don't think she's going to be going crazy with her workouts. I think her typical rest and recovery, it'll be no problem at all. I think when people are starting off working out, they're trying to be dedicated to the gym, they overestimate the time dedication that needs to be there. So sure, if you can work out 2 hours at a time, that's fine. But you don't have to be spending 2 hours at a time. You don't even need 1 hour at a time. Some of my best workouts are only 20, 25 minutes. Again, in that 20, 25 minutes, I'm not just walking on the treadmill. There's a certain level of hyper-focus that's needed. Being time efficient also doesn't mean that I'm just rushing through all my things. Deliberate, methodical, focused. If you can apply those terms to your workout, you're going to be a lot better off, even if you're only working out twice a week. If you're working out 5 times a week, but you're just going through the motions, you don't even know what muscle group you're targeting, you're not having that mind-muscle connection as you're going through the moves, that's wasting your time. The argument of, well, at least I'm in the gym instead of sitting on the couch, I don't know. I might disagree there. Me personally, I'm a huge believer in the minimum effective dose. This is something that Tim Ferriss, he first mentioned this idea in his book, The 4-Hour Work Week. He was talking about how to maximize your tan. According to him, your body can only absorb so much sunlight to darken within an hour. So rather than staying out on the beach, laying there for 2 hours or more at a time, you go out there, you lay down for 10 minutes, get up, go do some other stuff. After a couple of hours pass, you come back out, lay another 10 minutes. So again, when you think about putting time towards something, don't think of it as having to lay aside a huge time chunk. We all got busy lives. We all got other stuff that we want to do. The gym doesn't have to take over your life. So 2 to 3 days a week, that's perfectly fine. 20 to 45 minutes, that's more than enough. And then that's more than enough to do either full body or split routines, whichever one that you like. Just make sure that whatever you're doing, you're attentive and you're really focusing on what you're trying to do. All right, I think that's all I got for this one. If you agree, you disagree, you still got questions, definitely let me know. Again, Twitter and Instagram, AOABBU, Facebook page, The Architects of Aesthetics. If you guys enjoyed listening to this audio, please share with your friends. We are on SoundCloud, also back on iTunes and Stitcher Radio in case you hate SoundCloud. One other plug, I was recently reminded by my friend Basher that my old promo code for Adam Eve still works. So if you use promo code DAO, go to adameve.com. This is a adult-oriented site, FYI. You can get 50% off select items, 3 free DVDs, a free gift, and free shipping. It's a pretty powerful promo code. How does this tie into fitness? I don't know. Maybe you want to use protection so you don't have to worry about kids, because kids take a lot of time. And with the time that you got to focus towards kids, you're not going to be so efficient, right? Right. All right, guys, that's all for this episode. Don't just work out harder, work out smarter.